reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
Welcome to Blackhaven. May I ask what your business is here?
You might, provided I had you sign a non-disclosure agreement before answering. Oh, I'm afraid I neglected to bring one along with me. So, my answer is, I'm really not at liberty to say.
I see. Well, my loss, I suppose.
You could always try guessing.
Nope, I'm good.
Happiness mode engaged.
Hello.
Welcome.
Ready for action.
Happy to meet you, hero.
Glad to have you with us.
You'll find everything you need here.
Hail, traveler.
Wake up, you motherless Ettins. It's time to go.
I'd offer the traditional pirate's greeting, but your spleen is better unperforated.
You're listening to Guild Wars Reporter on the MMO Reporter Network, brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download at audibletrial.com/MMOReporter and by Doghouse Systems. Choose your weapon at doghousesystems.com.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Guild Wars Reporter. This is 165.5. Mostly because this is just a little tiny show to talk about our thoughts on TwitchCon, which is coming up this weekend, and all of the exciting things that ArenaNet is going to be doing during this weekend. So joining me today is Alona.
Hello. I don't know what.
And also we are joined by Hunter.
Hello.
Because we're just being a
because
fun
he was
party.
here.
No alliteration. I don't get lovely. I'm supposed to be called the lovely Hunter.
I didn't alliterate for Alona either. I just said Alona.
I noticed.
Oh, I'm sorry. The lovely Hunter. So, Alona, I know that there was one thing that you desperately wanted to share before we move along to talking about TwitchCon.
Mm-hmm.
So, why don't you go ahead and do that?
Well, it would typically go in what we did this week, but it was actually from the previous one, because once again I forgot something. I got the title The Emperor.
Nice.
I have all of the requisite cultural armors.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Yay me! Look at me go.
But do you have all of the cultural armors?
No, I have almost all of the Norn, I think.
Norn's the only cultural armor that I have, so.
I recently completed getting the Peacemaker, all the Peacemaker cultural weapon set.
Is that like your favorite set, or?
No, I'm going to get them all. I'm working on them all.
Ah, okay.
Yep, that's what I did, and I really wanted to talk about it.
So if you haven't heard, ArenaNet's going to be at TwitchCon the 25th and 26th of December. They're going to be streaming a ton of content.
Yes.
They're also going to have a booth at the convention, so if you're going to TwitchCon, you can find them at booth 827, just so you know. They're going to have the Heart of Thorns demo happening there, and then you'll get some prizes for playing and stuff like that. You know, the general swag bag that happens with conventions.
Wasn't in the swag bag when it was in the UK a Ritlock?
Yeah, at
Plushie.
Gamescom, they got Ritlocks.
So what do you think they'll get at TwitchCon? More Ritlocks?
I think it's probably just going to be like the shirt and lanyard. Maybe the pin. If they still have those pins that they had gotten for PAX South.
There are a lot of pins.
They had a lot of pins.
I don't think I got any. Well, I got... What did I get? I got the lanyard and a little keychain thing. And 2 t-shirts. Like way back, you know, you got the same stuff.
We didn't get keychains.
Mm-mm.
It was just like not a keychain exactly, but like a thing that goes on a keychain.
Mm-hmm. I feel
sure
deprived.
it wasn't a pin?
Pretty sure it wasn't a pin. It's pretty big to be a pin.
They're big pins.
I'll take a second look.
Alright.
Alright.
Are you doing it now?
Yeah, it's around here somewhere.
Let me just make all the noise right now.
Oh, it's not that much noise, is it?
You're doing it.
I'm teasing you. Are you going to eat that candy?
That's the pin?
Ooh, piece of candy.
Oh, it sounds like a candy wrapper.
That is a huge pin.
See? Told you. Pin.
Yeah.
All right. I feel better now, being right.
Alona has to be right.
Just with Hunter.
They're going to have special presentations for Twitch partners, which, pretty cool if you're a Twitch partner, of course. Mm-hmm. And an appointment schedule for that as well. Now, as far as live streaming goes, they're going to be streaming all day on the 25th and 26th from 10 in the morning until 6 at night. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, that's a lot of content to fill, guys.
Yeah, and I don't know how quite they're going to do it. Like, I assume they're, bringing in Bogutter or PG Inks and, what's his name, and the other guy. I'm being very specific, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Definitely. No, they've got a few things that they have written out, at least, with starting out in Guild Wars 2, the Druid reveal, a musical performance, and then it gets into some kind of strange things.
Awesome.
But the musical performance isn't strange? Whatever. Okay, go on.
It's not strange.
Love bells and missiles. Musical performance, I'm down with it. That's awesome.
Yes.
I don't know, whatever. I don't think they've... a musical performance at a gaming convention, I don't know, whatever.
But it's not a gaming convention. I mean, TwitchCon is about streaming. It's not necessarily focused
streaming
on
games.
Gaming. But there's a lot of people that use Twitch for not gaming.
True, but they are not a large...
That's true. So there's going to be a cooking show.
Yeah, weird.
No.
With Jennifer Hale.
Even weirder.
She's the voice of Queen Jenna and somebody else too, right? One of the...
Savari female, I think.
I think Hunter's right.
Oh, okay.
I have a Savari female,
If
so...
only there was something like the internet that would tell us.
Well, I'm not Googling it.
You're going to open a pin in the middle of the show? Use the internet.
I walked 3 feet and picked it up. Relax.
I am really excited about A Taste of Tyria, to be honest, because I love cooking shows. There you go.
Feels like they're getting away from gaming a little bit, and they should concentrate on the game.
Although, it makes me think, how awesome would it be to stream cooking on Twitch?
It would be just about as awesome as watching a normal cooking show on a television channel. How often do you do that?
When I had cable all the time, and when I go visit people with cable, I kick them out of their home so I can watch cooking shows.
I think I watched Anthony Bourdain 10 years ago, and that was about it.
I've watched I love cooking shows. So.
I'm a huge fan of Alton Brown. Mm-hmm. So Good Eats in the background all the time. Although if I were doing a cooking show, you guys would know how incredibly clumsy I am, and it would be a huge gong show.
You guys, don't you think that this cooking show could turn out to be like grabbing a taxi with someone from Tyria, or a punk with a nose ring spray painting on a animated brick wall? Don't you think that this is in that territory?
No.
It is.
No, not this one. I mean, I know I kind of said it before, but no, because it's culinary cosplay.
If they do recipes from culinary cosplay, that's pretty awesome, I'll be honest. But, I hope it's not more than, one recipe.
Yeah, I hope it's, one show, and then, just a one-off thing. It doesn't continue.
There's one Friday and one Saturday.
Oh, there is. Yeah, it's 2 of them.
Okay, I hope it ends after this weekend.
Yeah, it's just the 2 days. But I'm watching it. I'm super excited about A Taste of Tyria. It does have high potential to be kind of awkward and weird, but I'm really excited.
Don't get me wrong, I'm going to watch, but more the potential of a train wreck,
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to let it be a train wreck.
And actually, Zero Kitsune in chat room is saying strangest way to announce Ascended cooking. And honestly, that was one of the things I wondered about.
Yeah, you did say that. And that you're the only person other than Zero Kitsune I've heard say that. I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope for Ascended jewelry crafting coming in too hot.
They don't cook jewelry.
Sorry. You know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. It may not happen, but that it was something. It would tie it in.
It would.
To why they were having a cooking show.
It would be amazing if they were introducing Ascended cooking through a cooking show, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, well, they could. It's within the realm of possibility. Let's be honest.
I think it's much more likely to be, culinary cosplay, as you keep repeating.
It could be both.
Actually, with all of the and more that they've tacked on to the TwitchCon schedule post, it's entirely possible that this is Ascended cooking. Because they said they were going to have a lot of reveals throughout the weekend, one of which is going to be the launch trailer for Heart of Thorns, which hopefully it doesn't make people think of that other game we thought they were doing the commercial for.
They learned.
I forgot the name of the other game. I even own it. I don't remember its name.
What are we referring to?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. So people thought that was for another game?
People thought it looked exactly like a commercial for another game that came out around the same time as Guild Wars 2 and is about like the underworld.
Oh, Secret World.
Secret World.
Right.
Yeah,
yes.
that one.
I do vaguely recall that comparison now.
Right. Yeah, I can't wait to watch the trailer tomorrow, as it will be leaked.
Totally.
Yeah, you tweeted about that. It's hilarious.
It totally will.
It also looks like they're going to go further into adventures in Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, I definitely want to see more about adventures.
I've been able to try one, so.
Oh.
I haven't had much luck with getting to them when they're live.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It seems like they should definitely be open more often. I mean, they were just not available during that 2 betas I was in. But I did get to play the jumping puzzle one, which is like in the branches or something like that, which was fun.
Oh, cool.
And I did place fairly high in it, like 10th or something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm lying. There was the one with the flamethrowers. I did do that.
Yeah, and there was that one.
Yeah.
Did you like that one?
Yeah, I did. It was bugged.
Yeah, you couldn't see how well you
ranking.
did.
Yeah, but I liked it.
I would have liked knowing how well I did more. How you finish is definitely important to how much fun you have, apparently.
They're also going to be going over PvP and War vs. World. Not sure what all they could be discussing, but we do know that this weekend is also going to be Stronghold weekend, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do we know that? I saw people tweeting about it, but
That's how I know.
That's how I knew about it, too. I saw somebody like, hey, this weekend, and I'm like...
That was Spirit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was Spirit went, hey, Stronghold.
TwitchCon and Stronghold beta event posted on the 23rd. That's today, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. It's right on the front page.
There you go.
Yep.
Research. We do it.
Well, we're doing an off-the-cuff sort of special feature episode.
This is true.
There's also going to be some more talk about masteries, the skill balance preview.
I'm actually a little bit surprised about that one because there was a skill balance already to lead up for Heart of Thorns, wasn't there? Or
this is the rebalance.
Rebalance. Okay.
I think they might be doing the skill balance preview because they know that it's going to take 4 hours to go through everything.
Mm-hmm.
It fills a lot of time.
Although, do you recall we had talked quite a bit early on when specializations were announced about...
Mm-hmm.
I had hypothesized, or we had talked about perhaps there were some things that were changed that it might be this and that, like glamours and wells. So you could take that and get a benefit to your wells if you were a chronomancer. So maybe this balance preview is the other thing. Descriptions might change so that they might still be useful for the elites.
Okay.
There might be tie-ins there. Do you know what I mean?
You mean changing some of these skill types in order to bring them in line with the traits for the elites?
Like, there's the one trait for, like, glamour mastery or something like that affects glamours, but maybe it will affect glamours and wells. So if you decide to
okay,
be a
I'm sorry.
chronomancer,
Right. Yeah.
you could go down that and just for maybe some more synergy. So not everything is just in the chronomancer. It might not be. That was just something we had talked about like way back when.
It would be nice, but I'm not sure if they're thinking like that.
No,
They haven't mentioned anything of the sort. You'd think they would.
Yeah. It might not be that at all. It just might be now that they have everything revealed,
True.
They can pass. So anyway, there's that. And then Friday finishes with and more.
Yes. On Saturday, they start off with designing raids, which I'm assuming is going to be more about the designing challenging content in Guild Wars 2, which is an article that they had on the main page for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's just going to be a lot of like, well, this is why we decided to do this, and this is why we're going to try and do this, and stuff like that. So it could be interesting for those of you that are really interested in developers and how they come to the conclusions that they do.
Yeah.
And then they follow it up with
the returning to Guild Wars 2. And I was wondering with that one, if that would be something, maybe and I don't know this for sure or anything, but maybe they'll have like Richie on for that, Bog Otter, because he does a lot of the Boomerang videos.
Mm-hmm. That makes a lot of sense.
I have no idea, but possibly.
And then they're going to do a making of for the launch trailer that we're seeing on Friday.
Yeah, I like animation a lot, so that should be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Legendary Journey is pretty self-evident that it's most likely going to be about legendaries and how we work towards getting them. I don't know if we're going to get any new information with it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's not a lot to go on right now, to be perfectly honest. It's like, hey, there's a collection. Well, you got to repeat it and complete it a few times at different stages to get your legendary. So hopefully there's a little bit more detail in that.
Then we have another Taste of Tyria.
Yeah, well, now that I think about it, if they're going to introduce Ascended Cooking, they can't do that twice. So,
good point.
No, but I've already have a theory.
Oh, God.
What's your theory?
Well, that you announce it on the Friday and go into things, and then they're just more funsies for the next day. Like, not necessarily about that. Or maybe one's Ascended and one's Legendary. No, I don't think so. I think maybe they just thought there was enough to do for 2.
Probably. And I'm assuming they're going to be pre-recorded and...
You know what? They probably are not going to be.
I don't know. One or the other.
She was photographed.
I don't think they'll do it live. So yeah, maybe. You're right.
Maybe I'll do a cooking show.
So we're going to go ahead and move back into the story missions, which are going to be airing on Saturday. And I'm not really sure. Are they going to be talking about like Heart of Thorns story missions then?
Well, I would say the first.
Well, they didn't specific. Are they only in Heart of Thorns, or is there story missions throughout the world?
Are there story missions in Hot? Because I don't know. The terminology is confusing. I think we're just talking about personal storyline here, aren't we?
No, this is the story missions. Like, the quest that you do at the beginning, that's a story mission.
I guess there are other people in the Silver Waste portion.
Oh, no, I'm talking about, like, the instance that you have to go through with chasing after Braum and then defending the little area. That's a solo instance. That's a story mission.
Personal storyline.
Yes. Same difference.
Well, story missions in Guild Wars 1 were something completely different.
I know. They just waffle so much on terminology.
I think you're the ones waffling on terminology. When did they call it story missions? I don't think they do.
On the website. Story missions.
Fine. I'm wrong. Let's go.
There's also going to be an intro to PvP, which Hunter might appreciate.
I don't know.
No?
No.
Oh, you don't know? Okay. That's fine. And they're going to go over the Heart of Thorns maps, which should be thoroughly
Yeah, we get to see, what was it called? Effubulant? No. Ebullient?
Effulgent? I have no idea.
I guess that was Data Mind.
Some adjective place.
It was a nice word that I had to look up.
And now you can't remember it.
Yeah.
It's the Effervescent Falls.
Ooh.
I like that. Sounds like somebody threw Mentos and Diet Coke in the in the waterfall.
Everyone play.
Yes.
I feel like the script would like that.
They really, really would.
Mm-hmm.
There's also going to be a community showcase live, which is more than likely going to be a whole bunch of the streamers that they choose to spotlight.
I also feel like, and I don't know, but that the streamers are going to intersperse, perhaps, but it might just be this. I think this will be a lot of cosplayers and people perhaps creating artwork live.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Ebullient. That's what you said. And then finally, well, other than the and more, of course, voice acting in Guild Wars 2 Heart of Thorns behind the scenes. And do you think this isn't just going to be the video that we've already seen this past week? This will probably be expanded on that? Or do you think it's going to be the same thing?
Well, I'm hoping it's a new thing, because I'm really fascinated by voice work.
Mm-hmm.
I did like seeing Nolan North and Jennifer Hale and Troy Baker in that trailer, yeah. Well, not any new information, but it was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
You almost want to cover your eyes when they're talking, though.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to see.
One of the things that struck me about the 2 days of programming is a lot of the stuff on the Saturday are the types of things that would have been put on a collector's edition CD.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was interesting. Like, not everything.
So what you're saying is you think there's going to be like an announcement of some sort of collector's edition music?
No, I don't actually.
Okay.
But I think that a lot of the type of content that they would produce to put on a collector's edition CD, like the designing stuff or the making of, or the voice acting, like more the stuff for the Saturday, it feels like something if I had bought a collector's edition, this would be on a disc and I could watch it. So they're still providing, but they're providing it to everyone.
Right.
Whether they bought the game or not, which I think is really cool.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Actually, within the past year, I have watched the collector's edition disc that came with Nightfall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because I like those types of things, like the making of, the behind the scenes things.
So what kind of stuff are you hoping is peppered in as announcement reveals?
I'm hoping for Ascended Jewelry cooking. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I would have to say that. And
okay.
Tengu.
And Tengu, you want them to surprise announce another race?
It's not happening.
No, it's totally not. My poor bird lovers.
What is it you want, Celeste? Kodan?
I would like Kodan, yeah. But I'm not holding my breath.
Alright.
Yeah. I don't think that there's anything that I'm really expecting extra. Like, they say that there's going to be a lot of new stuff, but I'm really excited to see the trailer, hopefully, at the official reveal, and not during a leak.
Yeah. Tomorrow could be tricky.
Yes. You may want to stay off of the internet.
All of it.
All of it.
Stay off of all of the internet. Yeah, I'm really excited to hear. I'm actually probably going to miss a lot of it this weekend, unfortunately. We got stuff going on, but I'm going to try tune in when I can, that's for sure.
You've got stuff going on, so you're going out to collect maple syrup, I guess?
Yes, that's what Canadians do.
Yeah.
When we have stuff going on, we need more maple syrup.
Yeah, I'm going to be out playing hockey.
Celeste is going to have a barbecue.
She's going to say, yee-haw, pew, 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 pew. That's her shooting her guns off in the air. She's from Texas.
The only gun in my house is a BB gun, and it's my 7-year-old's.
And butterscotches, yes. Maple syrup and butterscotches. Butterscotch.
So I hope you guys have enjoyed this stereotype-filled conversation regarding the TwitchCon that's going to be happening this weekend.
Y'all.
And my goodness, it's definitely gotten a lot longer than 15 or 20 minutes. So I hope that this edits down quite well. And,
I thought you were being overly optimistic, to be perfectly honest.
Thank you guys for downloading this special report We hope that you guys enjoy watching all the stuff that's going to be happening at TwitchCon, and we hope that we see you again next week, but most importantly, we hope to see you in-game.
Legion calls.
So if you have a community event that you would like for us to share, go ahead and send us an email.
Seize the moment.
And if you've got a burning question or for our Ask an Azura segment, just let us know.
I'm selling. You buying?
We have coupon codes for Doghouse Systems. Use the coupon code MMO Reporter at doghousesystems.com to get an additional 120 gigabyte Super Star Destroyer drive for free on their next build.
Nice gear.
Or a star-studded diaper.
Or a star-studded diaper.
Yep.
No free samples.
Patreon page. If you're in love with the show or the network, please consider becoming a patron on our Patreon page.
Thanks for pitching in.
In the very least, it helps us keep the metaphorical lights on. So check it out at patreon.com/MMO Reporter.
That fulfills my needs. Thanks so much.
audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter. Books!
Books, now with sound!
Knowledge is the greatest treasure.
If you want a free audiobook, you should go to audibletrial.com/MMO Reporter.
That's valuable.
So, Alona, if people want to get in contact with us, how would they do so?
They would email us at gwreporter@mmoreporter.com. Twitter is @gwreporter. Our website is guildwarsreporter.com.
You must visit more often.
Voicemail is 616-666-6778, or use the widget on the right-hand side of the website. Our YouTube channel is MMO Reporter Network, and remember to like our videos and subscribe to the GW Reporter playlist. And if you feel like it, wander around and see what other shows are on the network that you might enjoy.
You are a welcome guest.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is GW Reporter. Tumblr is gwreporter.tumblr.com.
In a world where you can visit us on Twitter, I am Ultra at Ultratown.
Find me at Hunter's Insight.
Alona may be found at One Big Pair.
As in PEAR.
And Celeste at Selly Uki.
CELEOOKIE.
Yeah. Or you can visit us in-game.
I'm onebigpair.1249.
And Ultra is?
Ultratown.5683.
And I'm Selyuki.5046.
May the spirits of the wild watch over you.
Good hunting.
Keep your blade sharp and your powder dry.
Take care of yourself.
May the Six watch over you.
Until next time.
What is she?
She got knocked down, but she got up again.
God damn it. There needs to be a stop to the tub thumping references. It came out in like 1998 or something. I'm so tired of hearing tub thumping references.
Oh, I want to make a character named Tub, and hashtag you have to make one called Thumping, and we always hang out together.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOReporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOReporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.